Yeah, like, I mean, does anyone remember anything from 10 years ago?
Gaz, you've got a clear mind.
Yeah, I remember sausages, but maybe I'm just remember that from the video.
Did you watch? Yeah, did you watch the video the other day? It was. I mean, I thought so. It was like it was 10 on the 3rd of December was the launch party on the boat.
Was it on the boat? Yeah.
I remember that.
And we had to wait. We had to like park the van over the road because there wasn't anywhere to load in, and we had to like walk all the gear across the dual carriageway.
Yeah.
And then get it onto the boat. I seem to remember.
Yeah, that was the last time I drove a van ever.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I realised that night that I was shit at driving and shouldn't be allowed. So
I think you're all right. Alan
I went down 3 one-way streets the wrong way.
Amazing.
I didn't get a ticket either. It was fucking incredible. But yeah,
that is incredible.
I know.
Take my... and yeah, Shield Your Eyes played, and I don't think it was Dan's last gig, but Pedersen played bass with them. It was just the 2 bands, right? Nobody else played.
Yeah.
But Mikey Neves played with us live that night.
I believe
that was
so.
Probably the first time, I think.
I don't.
That's how fucking bad it is.
I think maybe we'd like Mikey was 2 secs. My also dinner.
How many fucking dinners are you getting?
There's a lot of doors.
Steph says it was Dan's last gig on.
It was. Right.
Yeah, I believe it was.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'd asked band from Brighton. What was it? Is he like they were doing like sort of weird haunted tape stuff, and they were on the poster, but for some reason didn't play the actual gig.
All right.
But it was. There we go. I'll put my headphones in so there's not a weird echo.
There's a weird echo.
Oh, there we go. Mike Neves is saying Danny couldn't make it, so Mikey was the stand-in. Danny, do you remember what you were doing?
Do you remember being there?
I thought I was there, to be honest.
Yeah, so right.
Yeah. There's there's some really nice photos from the gig, but it's sort of I remember it just being absolutely rammed, and we couldn't really tell what was going on. We've talked over the first track there, but it was mostly clanging metal, and it's moved on to track 2,
Grey Meat,
which is Grey Meat. Which does anyone remember where that phrase comes from?
No, not from Golden Meat down the road from the warehouse.
Danny.
It's probably a motorway service station based thing, wasn't it?
I think it was for that night we watched Antiviral round Sam and John's. The Brandon Cronenberg film.
Oh yeah.
That'll do it. Yeah.
There's a fair amount of grey meat in it.
Yeah. So that's that for one for the heads then. Have you seen this Infinity Pool new one?
Oh fucking hell! That's absolutely insane.
I'd like to see that.
So good. Just
fucking bonkers. Yeah, terrifying.
Perfect. Yeah, man.
He's a fucking wrongin'.
He's but the best kind of,
yeah.
I can hear Jake's sort of
Josh.
Jake's sort of vocals coming in there. Oh, yes, Josh.
Hello. You okay? Yeah, it's sort of. Oh shit. Oh.
Right.
And yeah, the double drums absolutely kicking off there. Gaz, do you remember when or how it sort of came about? Because like the year before was that big Supernormal one when we played outdoors in the crowd, and Steph played the van.
Yeah, that was one of the.
Was that one of the first ones?
I think the very first one was at a double dot bash.
When you and Al played together?
Oh no, sorry.
Oh no, you're right. You played with me and Kaz. Then.
Yeah, but with
a power trio, I think.
With Al, I think I remember a show at the Windmill.
Yeah.
Which was great. Like, yeah, I really liked. It was always really great because Al is so solid, and he sort of hid the fact that maybe I was a bit looser in places. So that was really that was really fine by me. But yeah, maybe can't remember when maybe it was the Windmill. But
the Windmill was the one when Matty, you kept electrocuting yourself on this really dodgily wired PA horn. Yeah.
Perfect.
That's all I remember about
that. Yeah, I think that was the Transient Constellations all day. That was the year before. That was 2012. So we had, was that all pretty much the same lineup that was on that record? And Steph, I think.
Yeah.
So I guess that sort of, I don't know what happened at Supernormal. Like people either weren't around or we couldn't quite do everyone. But it was a time when Dan and Ed, you were often having to swap because of work, right? Because of the shop.
Because that fucking thing that we hung around our necks, yeah.
But there were some when, it was both, right? For some reason you managed to both be off work.
Yeah, I just sacked it off, yeah, fuck it. And it was that sort of work ethic that kept that shop going.
For 10 years.
Yeah.
And here we are now.
Yeah.
The track's like proper ramping up now. You can hear like Danny's mad drum synth coming in. Do you remember where that thing come from, Danny? I remember it was like flight cased for ages, and then one day it just came out in the warehouse.
Yeah, I think it belonged to Alan. I don't know where it's gone, but it's an absolutely amazing thing.
The lid, wasn't it?
Mega kick womp on it. Like, it was really, really beautiful machine.
That was cool. Yeah, what happened to that? Fuck no.
I don't know, but if it's still around, I'm having it.
Could well be in the house somewhere. I'm just going to turn it up a little bit more.
It'll probably just come to light when we move out of the house and then just reappear.
Covered in cat shit.
Yeah.
I mean, there's loads going on. Like, I think the drums sound amazing there. Like,
yeah,
we've somehow done an amazing job. I remember, like, Danny, I basically didn't know how to EQ anything at the time, and when we came to mix it, you were like, "Yeah, it just needs 500 taken out of it, and then it'd be fine." And it totally was, and you were right.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically the rule. Like, take the mid range, cut the mid range, drop the bass.
Yeah,
that's how you make music, right?
Job's a good one.
Never failed, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much what has happened, and there it is.
Yeah.
I can't really remember how we did the drums. Obviously, it was all live, and we did a few takes, but it sounds fucking great. Like however many mics we put around, or I don't know, Gareth.
There weren't many. I think it might have been
Yes.
it might have been 3 mics per kit, maybe.
Yeah, 6. I think it was 6 mics, and we didn't have anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember vaguely some Glyn Johns type configuration going on. I mean, I don't know anything about mics, and I think basically, Gaz, you and Al sort of put them where you wanted them, and it sounded good. As far as I can remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I
it
think
was just a bit-
Jake had quite a bit to do with that as well. And yeah, I just didn't know what I was doing with that at all.
Where did all the mics come from? Because they weren't mine.
No, I think, did we borrow some from
Just
Ellis?
cobbled it
Ellis?
together. We might have had them off of Ellis, actually. Those big
Yeah,
condensers, I
we
think.
did. Yeah.
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 Cheers, Ellis.
Don't really know.
Yeah. But the recording basically hasn't really changed for what we've done since. This was the first proper
Not a lot.
slow recording that wasn't just a tape. And
I
we
remember
did a version of it.
With the mixing. I remember thinking that like everything should be
Like-
panned through the stereo field exactly in relation to where it was in the room,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because then that just makes fucking it's your Motown thing, isn't it?
And blow. Motown.
Well, just to represent that actually on the speakers rather than trying to pan shit around where it didn't exist in the room, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes it easier.
Yeah, I sort of always struggle whether it should be like as you perceive it, mixing wise.
Okay.
Like that's a drum kit, so is your snare sort of lives there, but the toms are off to the side, or if you're looking at a band from one area, like if Dan's here and Ed's there, should that be how it should be? Fuck knows. I mean, it's all abstract, isn't it? Yes, again.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, look, just loads of winners getting involved now.
Hi.
Beautiful. Here we are. So we're 9 minutes into Grey Meat, and it's absolutely hooning it at the minute.
Yeah.
I'm just going to turn it up.
What year was this? Sorry. The fucking date now.
It was recorded on the 27th. No, over like my birthday weekend, I think. So in the January of 2013, and then it was put out at the end of the year.
Right. Okay.
And here it is.
Okay.
This is
Still don't think
we had to like start just making like really fucked handmade ones because I hadn't screen printed a load properly. So we just got Kaz to like just paint some and like hand do some, and just whatever we had on tour was just getting made.
didn't pay him.
No, there's something fucking rad happening there. There was like a mad like wailing. There's a test pressing of it. I was trying to find the insert. Actually, hopefully I've got one.
Was it the first Sly? Was it
Yeah,
the first-
Well, record, yeah.
Yeah, there were a couple of like sort of tapes and things, and that's what like I wanted to ask Manj about it really, because we did a pre-order to try and get some money together to get the vinyl pressed. So it was basically, well, Manj probably's got a better memory. Oh, has he found it? There we go. What have we got?
There was a little note in my copy that says, "Thanks loads for the order. The pre-orders allowed us to get it pressed sooner. Sorry it's taken so long to get to you, though. I've been a bit busy." So there you go.
Right.
Buckle's
I'll
changed in the 10 years.
Yeah, no,
that I just wrote some merch
Just
out
photocopy
today, and it
that.
basically said the same thing. Yeah, shh. But yeah, it was like a handmade CDR with a wood lino cut, like inked, rolled and made. I think Danny had one at the time. There was definitely one in the warehouse.
Yeah, I think I robbed that.
Knocking about.
Can't remember.
Yeah. And last night, actually, on like Instagram, Leon popped up, like Double-Edged Scissor, who
Fucking hell! All right, yeah.
So I remember playing one up there with Wayne as Lady Scraper around that same time, and I think what was that pub on where all the Brad? Yes.
The Bar, yeah.
Yeah. That's
the bar that looks like a tiger.
Yeah. By the
yes,
hospital. Yeah.
that's the one. And but Emma
You
Neath
didn't
used to
talk
work
to
on the bar there. I remember. Yeah. And having an absolute banger, and that was one of the sort of first times it kind of met Wayne as well. Probably, I don't know, maybe before, but didn't know him
That was when my computer crashed for the whole set, and then that was the last time we ever used the computer.
Yeah.
Well, that would do.
Didn't make a single sound for the whole set. Like, great.
But yeah, so Leon, basically, we didn't really know him either, other than like the gigs, really. And he was like, I'm going to give you a load of money to get this record made. And he basically funded the entire pressing.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he gave us a significant, unless I've totally fucking made that up, I'm sure he gave us a fair whack of coins to get the thing made. And it was like, whether that was meant to be common knowledge, I don't know. But there you go. Sorry, Leon's family. But yeah, he was like, yeah, I want this to happen. And basically, yeah, there is a credit in the tiny credit. Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, on the Bandcamp you can see the artwork, and the little insert is there. And yet Jamie's partner Yen helped me like screen print it all, or exposed all the screens. And should talk about the artwork as well. Has his wonderful outer screen print sleeve, which was from an original painting, I think, that we did. There's a little CDR version as well that we used to just take to gigs, and I don't know if it's got spray painted as well. Classic. What does it say in the thing? Oh, it's got a little bit of your tracing paper outer sleeve, the classic there.
Oh.
Ahead of the
Does
game.
it say anything inside? Yeah, nothing in there. But yeah. So we're like 3 minutes into the sort of abstract start of this 20-minute like full side of a song.
Oh yeah. Takes a while to get going, eh?
I think it sounds pretty cool as it is.
Did you have no?
Yeah.
You not managed to get Alan to join?
I did ask him. I texted him, but I didn't hear anything back. So unless he pops on, I don't know.
No, of Alan, no.
But how was the process of the recordings? Did you record it? How many days and hours, and then you?
That's a good question.
Or...
Very good.
I don't know.
It was like 2 days, I think.
2 days.
Yeah.
Maybe with the night before to set up or something like that.
Yeah,
And
I think so.
just all done live in a few takes and pick a good one, I suppose, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I seem to remember that this track was a lot longer and it was edited down.
Longer than this.
Yeah, it was like I think it was maybe about 30, 35 minutes. I seem to remember.
Oh
but
wow!
I
Okay.
think so. So it's
We were proper fucking fannying around.
yeah. But I remember there was a graphic score.
There was
Yeah. Fuck
Like,
yeah. One with a dog on it.
yeah, with a
a
dog.
melting dog. Yeah.
Yeah. It worked great though. Like
that melting dog has appeared on a surprising number of our graphics. Well, not surprising. As
No.
I think the graphic score always works, right? It's great.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a one with a.
But I think whatever we've in our brains and through playing together after years, going we know exactly what that means.
Well, that parrot with a shotgun. Yeah, I know exactly what that means.
Yeah.
yeah, I would often get it drawn onto my snare drum, like when I gig, which was great because then I knew exactly where I was, and it was like no bits of paper to arse around with, like
Yeah.
No words to read. It's
no, just like
not easy.
lines and pictures.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Fine.
Perfect.
Were you giving yourself some kind of like timeline when you were like, where you're like, oh, we'll do a short one, or then we'll do like, or were you just going free?
Can't remember if we actually.
I can't remember.
Yeah. Fairly sure we weren't going to aim for any like 5-minute ones.
I think it just got longer the drunker we got.
Yeah.
Didn't notice that we've been playing for so long.
Yeah, the first track is 5 minutes. The second one that's really sort of like, gets into that like double drums groove is 12 minutes. And then this one is 20 minutes.
But any of those could have been any amount of time. It wasn't. We didn't like plan it. Just sort of happened. As far as I remember.
John Bress has said one. He said my tech isn't quite up to the setup, so he lost the album when I joined the call. However, back listening to this beautiful stuff now. Notable that the title of this abstract noise / electronic track has the word muck in it, as does Sam Edwards' classic abstract noise / electronic track, followed a muck cart and thought it was a wedding.
Yeah.
Not enough abstract / noise electronic tracks, or indeed tracks of any genre, with the word muck in it.
I think
Anyone care to add anything?
Sam's track there probably in contention for one of the best named tracks ever to be made. That's pretty good.
Apparently, it's something that Northerners say all the time.
Is it?
Yeah. I'd like. Well, no, her mum says it. That's it.
What does it mean?
I have no fucking idea. Like,
Fine.
no idea. Something to do with like following the crowd, but then I don't know.
No, fine.
Sure she
I think the quote, I think, is from a poem. I had to look it up again because I found like it was an etching.
Yeah.
Like Pilgrim's
Man.
Progress, I think, and fucked old fella that could look no way but downwards. And I think he's offered a crown, but he can't cast his eyes upon the crown. He doesn't want to acknowledge, and he's like, "I must be here in the muck." I think is the. I think
Is
I
that the
might
t-shirt,
be
Matt?
wrong. It is, yeah. And I looked it up last night. I was trying to find it because I wanted the insert, and that was made into a shirt at the time. And I was like, oh, maybe we could do that again as a little.
That shirt was great.
Yeah,
Big fuck off print on the front.
It was big, yeah. But there's a really great Cowsers one that's got that style, like the one with the finger, like that sort of woodcut, like big print.
That's good.
Just always looks rad on the shirt.
Yeah, I found some of them in a cupboard recently, and I gave them away to people who've never even heard the band. So occasionally you do one around you, really. No one's even heard a note of the band, but they just like the t-shirt. It's quite nice.
Good t-shirt.
Perfect. There's a break in that track there where we've done the classic "let's all scream at the same time" and everything drops out.
Did we?
And I totally forgot that was on there.
Yeah.
But it works quite nicely on the recording.
We still do that now.
Yeah. Look, don't mess with
We
the
need some new
classic.
tricks, bruv. What the fuck?
Wait, don't. The trick is to not do it every time.
Oh, yeah.
They never know when to expect it. Sounds like you're doing a bit of trading off there, Gaz. Like Alan would play a bit and then you'd follow.
Yeah,
the opposite way.
it's hard to remember
Who's doing what.
who was doing what. Yeah, any sort of like more of the fancy sort of flourishes. I mean, that would have been Alan.
Fancy man that he is.
Yeah, I was probably mostly just trying to concentrate on not fucking up, but
Oh, you. Guys, yeah, there's a bit of a
Getting hefty.
yeah. Got good this record.
Oh, actually, well, when I spoke to Jake yesterday, he told me that he's found like 4 or 5 copies of it that he's had. And I was like, oh, great, because there aren't any anywhere. And it, long gone. There's probably someone like Discogs or whatever, but yeah, it'd be nice to have a couple. So if anyone that isn't us wants one, there'll be some. Yeah, go to Liverpool and get some.
Yeah. You'll have to go to his house though. Not fucking.
Yeah.
Not come and meet. I'll go for a piss.
All right, enjoy.
I will.
Pretty solid set of hi-hat action there.
I like the fact that like I can't hear the record, but trying to piece it together from just the description alone. I'm not getting far, but like imagination's running a bit, and I'm getting something.
Well, we're about 12 minutes into a 19-minute track, and I guess like 2 minutes ago, it did the big shout, and then it's now like locking into a groove. And you're doing like quite a noisy sort of gated, quite a crunchy sort of like snare sound, I guess. Yeah.
The old Simmons, yeah, it's a cracking machine. That.
Yeah.
Can't really remember what else I had in terms of gear. I just remember that box. I can't remember anything else at all. Can't remember anything that anyone had, to be honest.
What was it recorded? Like, what was that interface you had? Like, how did we get it into a computer? I don't know.
I think it was just like.
It's before you had the baby face, right?
I think it was like an RME. No, it was an M audio sound card. Just like I think it was like 12 in. No, it was 8 in, and we had to pre-mix a load of it in a mixer first.
Ah.
So were all the drums submixed, we reckon?
I think they were.
Loads of it was submixed, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Total chaos.
Steph Kett has asked to join me, but he might have gone. So I've got a separate Instagram happening, but
Jesus
people
Christ.
just coming and going. I've just got
one fucking screen.
There's just where's the all happening?
Really confused.
People on Instagram can see my actual camera there. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Very confusing. Oh, Wayne's just waved at me. So we should talk about Wayne as well. Well, we did a bit Lady Scraper and those double-edged scissor gigs. But Wayne, Danny mixed it pretty much. And then I think Wayne mastered it. Or did Wayne do a bit of mixing as well?
Can't remember.
Sorry.
Wayne can tell us actually.
Yeah, Wayne, what the fuck did we do?
Did I do any mixing or editing?
I've got
I
a
think
feeling you did.
yeah.
I think
You know what? I think all I did was EQ shit on the day and submix it and record it, and then I think I sent the files somewhere else.
Yeah.
I remember
'Cause
you
I think
having a go.
I had a
Maybe.
go.
I was having a go.
I had a go at editing down this track, I remember, but I don't know. I think I did like a demo version or something, and I was like, "How about this? Chopping up this," and then I don't know if that ended up actually being the actual thing,
As the thing.
Might have been.
Yeah.
but I don't
I
know.
Yeah, that's ringing a bell. That's sounding about right. But yeah,
'cause,
I think
I don't think I had any input until like after the day. I don't think I did any more mixing on it, as far as I can remember. But I mean, to be honest, I can't remember.
I did fuck all.
and then it went to when we did get the thing, I took it to Curved, like went down to the place on Hackney Road and like went to their gaff and cut it, like sat in on the thing being cut.
Yeah.
And that was and gave them cash.
Actual cash.
And then we got a record back in a bit after. I don't even know if they're still doing stuff. Does anyone know?
No, they live in Hastings, that crew now, and they're not involved in that business, I don't think.
Right, yeah.
Just crop circles now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was
Didn't we have to there was a right fucking rush to go and get them as well. Like we had to
were we going
Yes.
away or something?
close. We had like an hour to go and get them before something happened.
Why was that a
I
thing?
can't remember, but like
No.
I remember you ringing me and going, "We gotta go and get them now." I was like, "Fuck, all right." So went and got 'em.
They've simply got no more room. Unless they delivered them somewhere and we had to go and get them. Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, vague logistics. All right, yeah.
I'm enjoying the solid hi-hat out in an outro.
It's more sort of me and Al like did stuff together more than I remember, to be honest. Like it's
What more here and
yeah, it's more coordinated than I remember it being. It's just like
It was great. You were filling each other in. Well, not filling each other in. But,
gosh.
yeah.
yeah. I mean, Al was great. I mean, what would normally happen is whenever we play is that I'd play and then he'd fill the gaps in between, and he was really good at like sort of complementing. He's just a great person to play drums with as a two. Like he was very easy to sort of.
Is he in the room with you now?
Al, no.
Just pointing a gun at
Well, I mean, you know, he's a great drummer. Like it was.
Very good drummer.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it was a pleasure. It's a pleasure to play with him.
Nice, you've got good memory.
Yeah.
So have you?
I've got very few, very good memory. Yeah. What? Oh, what fucking amps were we using? What did we?
That custom probably. That I remember that featuring
Oh, the shitty blue
quite
one.
a lot
Yeah.
around that time. I don't know how or why that was there.
That's because
Alan,
my-
I've just
my-
got a message off of Al. There he is, the man himself. He says, "Oh man, that would have been great. Had another last-minute request to go and film a contemporary Shakespeare play for work. Oddly, hope it went great. Can I watch it back?"
No, no, Alan, you can't.
I think he might be able to actually. But
That
yeah,
custom
the
amp that custom amp came from my uncle George.
Did it?
And it's the same model you can see on the Osmond's Crazy Horses on the Old Grey Whistle Fest.
yes,
And then
Right.
obviously it lasted for fucking time before we blew it up. I credit to it. Like,
it,
Did we set it on fire? I remember saying,
I think it. Yeah, out the back.
yeah. I think we crashed it and set it on fire.
Right.
Well, you know,
Those amps are incredible. Like, why are they padded like a fucking waltzer seat? Like, it's
yeah, I
very,
don't know.
like, very strange, but totally made
It's,
to
it's a pure glam rock thing, I think. It was that era, wasn't it? Like,
Does that have any effect acoustically on it with it being?
no, I don't. Well, I mean,
No.
probably not.
I'm going with no.
Fair enough.
No.
There was
Slightly better if it falls on you, I suppose.
Yeah.
yeah, it was pretty heavy. Was it a 2x15 as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. In the video, in Al's video, there's a Fiat car badge on one of the amps. I don't know what amp that was. Why it
Oh, that might have been.
Was it
Maybe
off
that
your
was
motor?
one of. What's that?
Was it off your motor?
No, but I had a bass head with a Fiat badge on it, like a PV session bass head, which maybe I brought that and that got used.
Yeah, it must have been. Yeah.
sounds entirely possible.
Unless it's some other amp with a Fiat badge on it, but I don't think there's too many of them around.
No, you don't see too many of them. We had, I think, I had a homemade. Well, Kaz painted a box for me for one of my amps, like a little 50-watt transistor thing that I had for ages. That my dad like built the wood out a bit for it, and then got Kaz to paint it up. But I think it blew up quite a lot, so
It did.
we stopped using it.
Yeah.
Uh,
It did.
we sort of don't really. We haven't blown any heads up for a while. What's changed?
No,
You've got HH.
Well, yeah, but we sort of went through a period of getting through quite a lot of them, and that I had 11 of them in the warehouse.
It's just sort of like amp Darwinism, isn't it, really? You weed out the ones that are just not going to survive. And then
There you go.
usually the more knobs, shorter survival rate.
True. Yeah, because we basically just all use the power amps now. Just the one knob, and that's totally fine.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it does.
Tone?
Yeah.
What is this tone?
I mean, guitars maybe, but the tone's all in the front end.
What?
I don't know. Is that what people say when they're like, yeah, it takes pedals really well? It's like, what does it even mean? Who knows? And
The album was very good. Anyway, sorry for joining late, but I had one option: either listen to the album or be on this call.
not do both. Thanks for listening. It was quite good, and it went. I mean, we were sort of just talking over it, but the bits that I was like, oh yeah, that sounds rad.
Really good. The last track is quite something.
Yeah, nice. Oh, there's Leon. He's just popped up on the Instagram. Hopefully, he can jog our memory about how that album. Or
How
why
much
he
money
gave
you
us a
get?
load- Why did he give us a load of money to have it made? But thank you. I'm glad it did. I mean,
Yeah,
like
it did.
we just none of us. I mean, it's 10 years ago. Just had any fucking money for anything. Like how we got about to gigs or just. Yeah, I don't know. It was different. But in that video, I'm putting quite a lot of cash on the table to go and get a load of booze. That might have had something to do with it.
So, lads, whiskey or beer?
Yeah.
I mean,
And they were the only options, I think. Yeah. Yes, John.
So the reference to bad whiskey. What was the? Do you remember the brand of the bad whiskey?
Hi, Commissioner.
Queen Margot was the one I would often go for, but High Commissioner was Queen Margot is Lidl and High Commissioner is more newsagent. So
Yeah. The High Commissioner, I seem to remember not around that time, but in just other times and other gigs or at the warehouse, you just having it in your coat, I think.
Me, yeah,
Yeah.
it was the cheapest little whiskey, but you could just carry it around with you.
You can carry any whiskey around with you.
Yeah, that's true. I used to just drink that stuff.
It's not the same.
I don't know what.
I remember just the bottle. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's under the driver's seat of the Silent Front band.
Yeah. Because in France you could get like the double-sized bottles, and on the a couple of Nick Kosky Silent Front tours we did, I would invest in those big ones. That was yeah.
Basically Trailer Park Boys, isn't it?
I don't know what would have happened if the police would pull you over and you've got all open bottles of whiskey in like the driver's door, like down by the. I'm not sure that would go down.
It's not
very
for
well.
now, officer. It's for later.
Yeah.
I like how you framed it as an investment as well, Gareth.
Well, yeah.
It's a saving, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, it's great value. I mean, you can't argue with that. I don't.
Undeniable.
It's incredibly cheap.
For anyone watching that doesn't know, like Cowsers and Silent Front and like those sort of tours that you did together, how was that? Just sort of from being in London and like Spatch and just being bands around at the time, or how did you meet each other previously?
Yeah, I think we just thought the bands went well together, so we just go for it, really.
Yeah.
Was that before like somewhere like the, what's that gaff in Camden, the Constitution, like before that time, or how did you come to see each other play?
We were putting shit shows on in places. We put someone in Brixton like fucking ages ago, and I'd heard Silent Front before I even joined Cows, before I knew anyone. And I was like, let's put Silent Front on. And
I mean, we probably heard of Silent Front too, like Silver Rocket or something like that, So like ages ago.
Yeah.
Fucking ages ago. So, yeah.
And just wanted to see Russell Whitehorn in the flesh. So
not
if you're allowed.
Ed, can we see the portrait?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Please. It's in a different room.
Is it quite a big? Well, I guess we're going to see in a second, aren't we?
I think it's
I've
fair.
got a little print as well in my bedroom, but I don't. Oh wow! Yeah. Oh, I took that photo. Yeah.
You did. Look at the size of it, though.
So that was in. We played. That was we played in a bar in like Bilbao, and but the owner of the bar was really into like British heavy metal, and so it was like, so obviously we fit in perfectly there.
Yeah, and, front perfect.
But it was if that bar had been in the UK, it would have
everyone that
it would have felt very EDL-ish, but in Bilbao it was kind of quaint, and there was like thrones and shields and swords everywhere. Yeah, that St. George's Cross shield is.
Couldn't do that now.
No. But with Russell,
I remember the thrones in that place. I've played there as well. Gareth.
Nice.
I don't remember George's Cross though. Probably would have reacted.
Oh well, Russell's got an eye for that sort of thing, so he can't hide that from him. Yeah. Yeah, that is a good picture.
Yeah, there's a picture of. Sorry.
No, go on, John. Sorry.
I could maybe dig out a picture. We have a picture of Rory, who's now hands up frontman, sitting in that chair. But on that tour, he wasn't in the band. We were touring with his band 10 Past 7. So.
Great.
Yeah, but we have a similar picture.
Excellent.
Not with a shield, but on one of those thrones. They were mad, weren't they? It's such a
Yeah,
weird place.
it was very over engineered, considering it was just a divey little metal bar in Bilbao. It was a pretty good show we had there. I don't know what yours was like there, John, but
Amazing.
I think it was okay, yeah. But it felt like kind of the edge of town a little bit, didn't it, or something?
maybe.
I remember a little bit of.
Did you get put up in the promoter's dead grandmother's flat? We did it. It was really spooky, and like he was like, "Oh, this is my grandmother's old bedroom, and one of you can sleep in there." We all just slept on the floor in the lounge. It's
She's
like,
still in there. Yeah.
it was a creepy place, but I think they kind of knew it was creepy, and they kind of so the bedroom was like left untouched anyway. So I'm getting off track there.
The
but-
Duchess.
Oh Christ! Christ!
Oh no!
Oh, dear. Oh, good. I feel bad
Sorry.
now. Thanks, Ed. Does anyone know if that venue still exists? Is still go and
Can't
can we
remember
go
what
there?
I can't remember what it's called. It's probably called something like Rock Bar. You know,
Yeah, the Bilbao Rock.
L Rock
Thing,
Bar. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, Danny's gone. He's gone.
I'm back. Would anyone
Alright.
else like to talk about 2013 in any way? John, what were we up to in 2013? Long before we knew you as well.
He's
Not
not
sure.
sure.
It might have been. It probably was in that bar, Bilbao. That was probably
Perfect.
2013.
Just there.
I think I met. Yeah, we'd met by then, hadn't we, John? Like out in, like when because Silent Front had been over to Dublin a couple of times. I think.
Yeah, and USA Nails
then.
probably had even been in Ireland at that point as well.
I think yeah, our first tour was a UK and Ireland tour.
What year was that, Gaz?
About 2014,
Around then?
maybe.
Yeah, it would have been.
wow.
Yeah, 14.
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
I blew up a lot of amps on that tour.
Well done.
It was just the time period for it.
Something in the air.
Something was happening. People will look back on that era like, yeah,
We bought a lot of cheap amps.
something special was happening.
Mhm.
Well, what else was happening? It was the year before we met Agat at Supersonic.
Yeah.
But we knew probably Agat, we knew of your stuff before then, but that was the first gig I saw you play. Danny, I don't know if you had seen or heard before as well.
I knew of the guy and I saw him at Supersonic. It was amazing, but I can't remember too much else about that Supersonic. Actually, I
We threw
remember.
Scotch eggs at Michael Gareth.
We
think
did,
it was
well, specifically, we kicked them.
Oh, sorry, we kicked Scotch
like
eggs. Yeah.
like a drop kick, like punt Scotch eggs over his fucking bus onto his stupid hat.
I love it. What? Tell me more about the Scotch eggs.
Did you know
That's the whole story.
Oh right. Was there not something that what happened just before you kicked the Scotch eggs?
He played a Swans gig.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
fine.
That was it. I think that was enough.
Great.
I
don't remember much. I remember watching a bit of Agat and a bit of Karen Guire, and that's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The rest of the time, I think I was just drinking energy drinks and running around in a circle. I can't remember much.
yeah.
I remember like
Oh, it's
yeah,
Ryan Jordan. He played a set, didn't he? His one set that he played. Over and over till he gets super fast. That was quite good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I don't. Did we drive home that night as well?
Yeah.
I don't, yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing a bit of Wolf Eyes, and then then we played, and it was that was it. Was that year? Actually, now I'm thinking about
Was
it.
it? I fucking don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah. And Swans and and then
Darragh Smith played drums. That's all I remember.
Dan Arrowsmith did play drums. Yeah. Yeah. What an absolute lad. But yeah, I guess that was the time when we were like, it was fairly sort of interchangeable. Danny saying like he couldn't make one, and then Super Normal Festival, that first one. Whereas, well, me, Jake, Dan, and Gareth, and then Steph playing the van, and Patrick hitting some other drums. But yeah, we were
That
sort
was
of
a
just.
do-rag on, yeah.
and Mark and family.
That was Mark. Yeah. And then
I remember Danny putting an SM57 up the tailpipe of Steph's van, and just thinking about it wasn't, it was just the hired mic, wasn't it? And just weren't wondering about who had to use that. I hope no one had to sing into that after that. But it was all for the greater good, wasn't it?
I mean, those two gigs, basically getting to do that, and then that sort of like ramped all the Sly activity up after that. We were basically just, I think we'd done a couple of tours sort of here and there, but hadn't been overseas until the year after that. I think 2015 was our first proper overseas one. But yeah, the rest of it was just like, playing at the, in Brixton or at the Urban Bar or whatever insane sort of London madness we could get up to.
Yeah.
Or playing in squatted schools in Birmingham, and like until more people would come.
Urban Bar was a funny one. I used to, when I was coming over first, Amy lived in Whitechapel, and then it was like, oh, there's cool bands playing just around the corner. I remember seeing Poino, and it might have been Big Lad's first gig or something, or one of them.
Wow, yeah.
And just being like, what's going on here? Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, that's mid 2010s London noisy stuff. That was it.
I think it's still a bar, but not a venue anyway. That Urban Bar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The Tiger Stripes are long gone. Yeah. Yes.
It's the only way I could find a fucking place.
Yeah. When I remember you drove the Cowsers van. Did you drive the Cowsers van for a Sly gig there, or I was just in the van with you? I've definitely been in the motor when you've driven.
Really?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah. The old, like Alan's like Japanese, like
we all owned that.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I did. Probably.
I think it only happened once. But
badly.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that most of our we're like, oh yeah, that thing did happen, didn't it? I can't remember much more, and then we skip forward a few years, like, oh yeah, that also happened, and then we're like, oh yeah, then the van got stolen, oh yeah, then that was that, and yeah. There'll be something else, I'm sure.
Did it get nicked, that van?
No, we kind of honey trapped it. We didn't want anything to do with insurance or anything like that, so we just parked it up the road from where Alan and Sam used to live, and like left the windows ajar.
Well, I hope that someone would nick it.
Yeah, and they did. But it was fucked. Like, it barely worked. So like we left it there, and then when we finally went to check that it was not like still there, we were just like, someone robbed it. Rang up the insurance and went, yeah, don't worry about it.
Someone's taken my van.
We don't want any money. We don't want nothing. Just leave us alone. That's it.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, that was stupid. Maybe Alan will remember better than me, but I remember being incredibly happy that it fucked up. Yeah.
Wow. And you had a van stolen as well, Gareth, no?
Yeah, I did. It was a lovely van as well. I only had it for about 6-7 months. I got it for an absolute steal as well. But yeah, someone nicked that when it was parked up at my work.
Yeah,
Disgraceful.
But
Bye, man.
See you later.
nice one, man, Jeeve. Thanks for that lovely note. That was cool to see.
I'm sorry, Matt. I just sent you a photo of the CDR with the lino print and that.
Oh, sweet. I shall try and find it in a second.
But yeah, hopefully see you Thursday, Ed and John.
Oh, yeah, nice one.
Nice one. Yeah, Blondies, remote viewing.
Yeah,
People should go.
Yeah,
and
come along.
then yeah,
John Macedo at New River after.
yeah,
Yeah, I want to go to
absolutely.
that.
And Ken's playing as well, so it's
Ken?
going to be fine. Yeah.
Fucking A.
So, yeah, all down to New Rivers after that. Yeah,
Cool.
nice.
Take care, everyone. See you later.
See you, man.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah, there we go. Well, that's like, when did was that around the same time, Gareth? Your old van, was it a Transit?
it was a transporter. It was a VW.
Right. Yeah.
Very nice. I think
Oh, okay.
that was quite early. It was 20. No, that was like 2009.
Right. Yeah.
So that was ages ago. Like I only did one tour in it. With Shield Your Eyes, like a UK tour.
Incredible shame.
Yeah, but then I got my. I might be getting another van pretty soon, actually. Hopefully.
I heard that might be on the cards.
Yeah. So, yeah, part of my midlife crisis plan to get a van again. So
Yes, mate.
yeah,
Get on it. The yeah, I didn't want to sort of skip around too much, but that sort of 2008, 2009 period when I was sort of like coming up to Spatchcock was basically when all of that like really was really exciting, and basically that all those amazing bands were happening, and like Spatch seemed to be doing it all fairly regularly. I remember seeing Pale Horse in the warehouse at like quite an early one. And Cows played as well that night, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And just all of that, and just going, fucking hell, this is all incredible. Let's do more of this all the time.
And the toilet got kicked in that night.
I think it was someone dropped a bottle on the toilet when they were drinking it. I think that's what he thought, wasn't it? They went straight
Is
to the
that
bottle.
what- I just thought it was some dirty leather jacket clad twat kicking the shit out of our toilet, but who knows?
It could well be, right?
Fucking metal.
Yeah, that was a good time, wasn't it? That's all I wanted to say, really.
It was a lovely time.
Yeah. Maybe we should just mention the gig next week if we are done talking about the past.
Yeah.
Unless anyone wants to say anything about.
Anyone else got a book to plug or anything?
Yeah.
I
Where can we catch you?
I tried to find out the name of that venue in Bilbao, but maybe we imagined it, Gareth.
I think it was like, what do they call it? The Mandela effect.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, we'll-
Collectively invented it.
Yeah.
I did
How
find
have
a
I got that
picture
picture?
of someone in a throne with a big, what do you call it? The spiky things.
A mace,
No, that's the.
No.
a flail.
He just shouted
No.
scepter.
Scepter.
Oh.
A scepter's like a
It's got
processional
a
thing, isn't it? It's not. No, the
That's a
ball.
ball.
Yeah,
It's a
a
pipe.
mace is a thing with spikes
Pipe.
on it.
Pipe.
One spike. Just got one spike. What is it, Dan?
Fucking what?
Wow, there are lots of rock bars in Bilbao. It's quite hard to.
Yeah, I was searching rock and
Fucking hell.
metal. And
There's so many. Cafe Rock. There's also Rock and Beer Bar. That sounds
Ooh.
good, doesn't it?
It sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
But it was 2013, so that part of my memory was right.
Yeah.
But even on the tour poster, we just had Bilbao. We didn't
The on after we did Unnecessary Woe, we did a Sans drums tape, which had the track "Your Mum's a Provincial Rock Club" on it.
Great.
Talking of beer and what was it called? Beer and bar.
Rock and beer
Terrible
bar.
name. Rock and beer bar. There you
Why
go.
are there so L Metal Pub? That's another one.
That sounds good.
L Metal.
I thought I'd hit the jackpot with El Metal, but
It's not that one.
That track title, "Your Mum's a Provincial Rock Club," comes from Gareth Thomas there.
Gareth. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah. I can't remember what. But we were talking about you in provincial rock clubs with Russell Whitehorn, and I can't remember how it came about, but eventually it was just, "Your mum's a provincial rock club." But you,
I do. Oh, lovely! I didn't realise that was a thing. That was.
oh yeah,
I do like a provincial rock club. I was
Yeah.
in one in Cardiff like just 2 weekends ago. In fact,
Which one? Not Fuel.
Metros. Do you know Metros?
Oh, don't know that.
Very
the underground provincial rock.
Oh yeah. It's been
The lesser spotted.
it's been going for time. So yeah.
Was that an
nice
old
to-
haunt of yours then?
Yeah, like a bunch of people that I went to university in Cardiff, and a bunch of us went back and
Yes.
relived it, and just it's quite different
Has
though.
anything changed? Oh right. Okay.
A lot has changed, not so
Okay.
much in metros, but it is weird now that because I don't drink, like going to a pub like that, it's quite a different experience.
Did we tell- we-
Carnage.
We played in Cardiff the other night, in the summer, end of the summer, down Womanby Street. And I think it was bank holiday weekend, so it was absolutely
Nice.
insane. But we went to, what was it, like an arcade bar after. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
We were trying to find somewhere after, and we were like, we can't go to anywhere down this street. It's absolutely insane. And we didn't know of metros. So we went to this, computer arcade gaming place that had
That was
absolutely insane cocktails and one of the best DJs I've ever heard playing a load of like R&B like bangers.
Great.
Then we saw somebody get in a fight, and
Of course you
we
did.
had a nice time.
A teenage couple try and basically they were frotting each other so hard over their clothes that it looked like they were trying to start a fire. It was incredible.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Awful.
Oh my days.
Yeah. Cardiff still got it.
Yeah.
Somebody said the other day we should go and play in Newport, and I was like,
No.
is TJ still a thing?
Oh, that's a good question. Is it Le Pub? Is the
Oh yeah, that's it.
Smart,
Yeah,
yeah.
if anyone else knows of any South Wales places to play.
Oh yeah,
No.
TJ's is gone.
Oh yeah.
Oh dear, that's very sad. It's fallen into quite a state of disrepair by the looks of things.
Oh really? Just been left.
Yeah. Oh, that's sad. I saw a lot of good shows there. Well, I say good. I saw a lot of shows there back in the day.
Shows happened there back in the
Yeah,
day.
they did. They certainly did.
Good. All right, cool. Well, so maybe we should talk about next week briefly.
Oh yeah.
What's happening before then? There's another gig that I wanted to say about. Who else is doing a gig this week? Any of you? Danny, have you got any gigs this week?
Nothing.
Nothing.
So I got remote viewing. That's
Yeah,
it.
wonderful. At some point, we'll probably all play together somewhere again.
In heaven.
Yes. Yes. Next week, Sly and the Euro Suite, which is Gareth's
Oof.
new band. Although you're 3 records deep, so it's not that new anymore, but
Ludicrous.
absolutely blinding. Yeah. and Pando, which is Will Glazer, Al Bonny, Jem Dalton, double drums, beautiful delay sort of processing stuff. Yeah, they've done quite a lot of tickets in advance, so that's probably, I think there are about 30 odd left, maybe. Otherwise, it'd be sold out. And we're going to be doing a fundraiser for Hackney Night Shelter. And so we'll be, I think we're going to do like, it's your classic raffle of merch and bits, so that can raise cash, but we're going to do ask people for physical donations as well. So that's things like toiletries and sort of actual, tangible products that people can use in the shelter, and that and thereafter sort of gift cards so the people that stay can buy their own bits and pieces. But I'll put up a list of stuff we're after, so encouraging people to do that. Somebody just made a mad noise. Was that you, Ed?
Yep.
Were you going to say something?
I've just got cramp.
Okay. I shan't keep you sat down much longer. Yeah, so come, because it'll be rad and be a nice way to sort of round off the year, and then we'll do something else another time. But yeah, we were trying to get Eurosuite to play. Like, for some reason, we haven't managed to play a gig together, right? I don't know. The last couple.
I think the first we had a gig booked together in like April 2020, I seem to remember, but it was called off for some reason.
That was supposed to be our album launch, no?
Yeah, it's
the Moth Club.
And
that
so
was going to be.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, it's 3 years later, finally happening. So yeah,
I'd like to play at the Moth Club still. What a gaff!
Yeah, it's a beautiful space, isn't it? Yeah.
Another Hackney gig somewhere around the corner. But yeah. Cool. Okay. That'll probably do. If anyone else would like to say anything or add, then we can all go home.
Speak now.
I say home. We're home.
Yeah.
Just go and have some dinner. Something. Sound. Nice one. Thanks all. Music was the real winner here.
Was it?
Yeah, Unnecessary Woe is up on the Bandcamp. I think it's pay what you want, and we might reprint the shirt if people want that. And definitely maybe on mini disc will be
here now. Be here now.
Oh, sorry, I don't know. Be here now. Sorry, crucially, it's Be Here Now on mini disc, available in the raffle, raising money for Hackney Night Shelter very soon.
Imagine scrape off your windscreen with that. Amazing.
Okay.
Beautiful. All right. Thanks all. See you very soon.
See you later, yeah.
Night.
Bye. Cheers for anyone else on the other one that's still there. Several participants left. Maybe I'll leave it on for a minute just whilst I figure out what I'm doing. Thanks loads, John, and everyone else getting involved. Yeah, the record is up. It's still on Bandcamp. We might be getting a couple more because Jake found some in storage. But yeah, and hopefully we'll have a new record in the new year as well. Yeah, see you soon. Come to the gig next week. Thanks.